The busy freeways of Los Angeles. Oh. And let's go.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. Now here's Harden. On the wing, Irving. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Now Harden outside Irving. Lock at 6. And the layup falls.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
Beverley with the ball. Outside, George. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden kicks to KD. And Irving launches it from deep. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard for Los Angeles. They've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George, no good. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Irving dishes to KD. Lobbed up there for KD. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
George looking over the floor. And George with the stuff.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Irving. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on James Harden.
And one thing about Beverly, he's not just nasty on defense. He's great at getting the defense to rough him up on the other end, too.
Both shots good from the stripe. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harden up top, defended by George. Outside Irving. Goes up on the wing. The Clippers grab the miss.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Here's Morris. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's stolen by Morris. Fast break. Here we go. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
54 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Irving passes to Harris. Pulls up. The drive by Green. Outside Irving for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Left side Jackson. Outside Batum. No good that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Kennard on the wing. They get the rebound. Zubats. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers ahead. They're up by 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving. Johnson is out there with Green. Then there's Harris. And it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. 6 to shoot. Irving against Kennard. No good from Irving. Clippers leading by 7. Beyond the arc. And that's good. Luke Kennard for 3. Kennard's got 7.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
And here's Irving. Harris outside. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Irving can't get it to go.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Now, here is Morris. 10-point lead. This is their biggest.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position. You could see the frustration on his face.
Irving, good.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great position.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Irving kicks to Green. To the inside. Claxton with the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Irving against Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving against Morris. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irvin has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Jackson passes to Batum. Outside for Jackson. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 5.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. And before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. The league continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. And here is Irving. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, Harris outside. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. A nice shot by George.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Harden up top, defended by George. It's stolen by Ibaka. And taken away by Brown. Left side Durant. And KD throws it down.
Well, the elevation from Durant should come as no surprise there. I mean, he's dangerous above the rim, and he can go way above it too, folks.
Passes it to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Fires for 3. Got it off in time. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so that brings the first half to a close. Clippers lead by 13. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. High turnovers in the first half.
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to... and that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Dinwiddie outside. Durant just inside the line. Had the space there, but it's offline. Harden against George. Cousins, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. KD can't get it to go.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Leonard inside. Guarded by KD. Count that bucket.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Harden against George. Harden outside. Now the pass to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it out to Harden. Off target from outside.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Ibaka finds Beverly. Nobody near Leonard. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now, here is Harden. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Harden against George. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Durant just inside the line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Durant's got 8 points.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Cousins inside. KD's on him. And Durant sends it back. And he recovers it. Ibaka, no luck. Nets trail by 16. Here's Dinwiddie. Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Now here's George. 8 points for him.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And here's KD for 3. It's hauled in by Beverly.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Launches it. Hands it from downtown. He has 5.
And Beverly is very consistent from outside. Solid at hitting the 3 ball when given the opportunity to shoot it.
Harden against George. Durant at the elbow. And then Durant with the dunk.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. The 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. KD's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the court for the Nets getting the 4th quarter going. They've got Green. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Johnson, and it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now, here's Kennard. From deep. The rebound by the Nets. Irving looking over the floor. He kicks to Green. Irving double team. And stolen by Cousins. And the dunk by Jackson.
Cousins turning defense into offense with his activity that time.
And so Green will bring it up for the Nets. 17-point game. Jackson against Irving. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Irving. Clock is at 3. Green, no luck. Clippers leading by 17. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Green. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. And it's Blake Griffin in for Irving. Now here's Durant. The 3. Batum grabs the miss. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Zubac kicks to Kennard. Here's Jackson. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. So for the Nets, Dinwiddie is checked in for Johnson. Kyrie Irving comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Harden in for Blake Griffin. Back to Harden. Shoots the 3. No good. Shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way. Kennard for 3. The rebound by KD. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Now here's Jackson. The pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And the Clippers lead by 18. Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Harden against Jackson. Pass to Dinwiddie. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fun memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Los Angeles.
Starting 5 must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And here's Kennard following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Durant. From deep three-point range, and they call over the back here. Too much contact.
He must have thought he was a jungle gym the way he was climbing all over his back. Easy call.
Yeah, that's a good one there, man. I tell you, I appreciate the effort, but he overdid it just a bit there. He needed to get called for the foul.
Now, here's George. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. show for their fans here tonight. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now here's Beverley.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
McCollum finds Covington. Back to McCollum. Stolen by George. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around. And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
George passes to Ibaka. He kicks to Beverley. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. George. And it's rebounded by Covington. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Powell for 3. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to Leonard. All alone. Rebounded by McCollum.
And a cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
Covington passes to Lillard. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Ibaka. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. Leonard's got his second basket.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Beverley. Outside, George. Top of the key, Ibaka. Here's Leonard. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Leonard's got 6 points. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing by 2. McCollum outside. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. George, that's a 2-pointer. Powell with the steal. Lillard outside. Lets it go from the wing. Stolen by George. And now the Clippers on the break. And Morris throws it down.
Wow, and Morris just trucking it down the court, showing a real desire to finish it in transition.
Trail Blazers trail by 4. Lillard surveying the D. And it's McCollum in the corner. Stolen by George. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And finished off by Leonard.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard against Beverley. Lillard up top. Free throw line jump shot. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
Not the guy you expect to be missing a bunch.
George passes to Beverley. Ibaka wide open. He fires. That one a little long.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
McCollum kicks to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the jumper falls for him.
Lillard, he has a sweet jump shot. The defense has to know he's deadly from there.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. On the wing, George. Over McCollum. George, no good. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
And the rejection by Leonard.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. .27 seconds left in the first quarter. Kennard for three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
You know, with Kennard, he can do things other than shoot. I mean, and that helps open up the three-ball for him.
Patterson against Anthony. To the paint. And then Jones with the jam.
That's just a product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Kennard on the wing. With one on the clock. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
That's the way you want to end a quarter, with the momentum on your side.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 7. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this.
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Great balance of efficiency and intensity, which is why they hold the early lead.
We've got Luke Kennard. Batum is out there with Patrick Patterson. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubats in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here's Patterson, and Cantor pulls it down.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Jones, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. Hits it from three-point range. Batum's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Clippers. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Simons surveying the D. That one falls. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Hollis Jefferson passes to Simons. They get it back. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Jackson passes to Kennard. No good on the triple.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide-open three like that.
They grab their own miss. Passes it to Cantor. Outside, Jones. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Snatched up. Cantor kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Cantor inside. Working on Zubats. Clock at 4. Here's Simons. Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor, the pass to Anthony. And at last, they get one to fall. Anthony's got his first points in this one. Clippers leading by 4. And here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the pass to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Simons. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Back to Jones. From the arc. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Clippers have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on this team.
Morris with the bucket.
When Morris gets free from mid-range, he's very effective. Love seeing him getting it going from there.
Powell against Leonard. Lillard outside. George against McCollum. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Fires the three. Can't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Leonard. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. McCollum with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Lillard finds Powell. Portland no good that time either. Right side Leonard. And it's George finishing it off.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading in.
Kevin, thanks so much.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 10 points. And that's a
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. Covington dishes to Powell. Another shot. And it's Lillard missing. And Zoe Ibaka, he'll bring it up for the Clippers. And the 3 ball is good. George has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
And I love the floor spacing George gives you. His range seems to extend a little every year.
Inside, it's stolen by Ibaka. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And hustle paying off there for George in the open court. Gets up court in a flash and finishes before the D can even react.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to McCollum. That's tipped. Stolen by George. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Ibaka in the post. Defended by Covington. Morris with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now Lillard. Looking to end the run. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 6.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Morris. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. They double-team McCollum. Leonard with the steal. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And perhaps the best defender in the NBA. Leonard's huge hands and quick instincts help him grab a ton of steals.
Lillard outside. Nurkic up top. Left side, Covington. 5 to shoot. Pass to Powell. The 3 from McCollum. Goes back up. Nurkic can't hit. On offense, here are the Clippers. This one now up to 13-2. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 21.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Look, hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
This is why coaches preach ball security to their teams. That sequence right there.
They get it again. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Los Angeles with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the basket by McCollum.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Here's George. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Trailblazers trail by 15. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Passes it to Powell. Misses the 3. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Kennard on the wing. And a miss there on the triple.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's who's out there for the Clippers. To the wing right side. Here's Simons. Gets a very good look and converts. Simons has got his first bucket in this one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Kennard on the wing. Offline with his 3.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Trailblazers trail by 13. Now here's Anthony. The pass to Simons. No good with the triple.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. This really hurt me.
Jackson misses. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field. since we started the final quarter of play.
Strong moves to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Down low, here's Patterson. Pass to Zubats. Back to Patterson.
And you know what?
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Pulls it from the elbow. Patterson, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 13.
Well, you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And here's Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Both teams will make substitutions. Clippers leading by 13. And here's Beverly. 1:49 left to play here in the fourth. To the middle, here's Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard with it. It's Nurkic, top of the key. Back to Lillard. Chalk up 2 there.
And whether he's creating for himself or spotting up, Lillard's jumper is whizzing.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Pass to George. The tray. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. And there's Lillard on the assist by McCollum.
Well, that'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Paul George.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Kept alive. A second chance effort. And that one's good, Leonard. And the Clippers lead by 13.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
Lillard misses. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Leonard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easy, even early on in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in its center. And for the Clippers, Ibaka is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Lopez finds Holiday. Drills the three-pointer. Holiday's got the opening field goal of the game for the Bucks. The great fans and players alike are excited for tonight. This is just not another game on the schedule.
Clash of the Titans in this one. This will be a great test for both teams.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Inside, and the dunk by Giannis.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Beverly with the ball. Outside for George. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And here's Holiday. Giannis outside. Batum with the steal. Leonard with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Leonard with the bucket.
Right there, that is poise of Kawhi Leonard, just taking what the defense gives him.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverly gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
Both free throws good from Beverly. Here's Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up off the glass.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Beverly against Holiday. And here's George for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
We know Beverly's ability as a defender, but don't underestimate his ability as a distributor. He has good vision.
Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Lopez inside, working on Ibaka. 6 to shoot. The 11-footer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
1:53 left to play here in the first. Beverly, the pass to Leonard. The dish to Ibaka. Second shot opportunity, and scoring with the play inside is Leonard. Leonard's got 6.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Middleton outside. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
The shot by George, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. Middleton outside. For the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Middleton's got his second bucket of the game to go.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Outside, George. 40 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Holiday passes to DiVincenzo. He kicks it to Middleton. Outside, out of Kumbo. And Holiday has it in the corner. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He has 5.
I mean, few guards absorb contact as well as Holiday. In fact, he often delivers as much punishment as he takes.
George looking over the floor. Lets it go with the 3. And so it's Milwaukee with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this.
I think the most important lesson that I got is
all part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Kennard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man in at the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Over to the wing. Nwora. The offensive rebound to the right side. Launches a 3. They shoot again. Here's Portis. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Bucks leading by 4. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. There's the triple. And there's the pass to Nwora. Back to Portis. Stolen by Jackson. Teague against Kennard. Nifty move. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Kennard, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Aston Nwora. Now here's Portis. Shoots. The shot is good off the backboard. And the Bucks lead by 4.
That was physical D, but Bobby Portis is so strong, he finished through contact.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. The Clippers keep it alive. Back to Jackson. Second chance shot. That shot off.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Teague. Back to Tucker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. Outside Teague. Right side, Portis. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Zubac. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A different look for Milwaukee. Here's George. Three-pointer. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Drew does it how it's supposed to be done. Changes ends quickly, puts himself in the right position to finish.
54 seconds left in the first half. Beverly against Holiday. Beverly with the ball. A shot by George, wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 5 now.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Shot from the top of the key. Unloads. Giannis no good.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
And here's Holiday. 7 points in the game. Middleton finds Giannis. 1 second left, and he sinks the layup. He has 6.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Chicago. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They lead by 1 point. Kenny, give us your take. And that does it for our half.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now Beverly. Passes it to George. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Shots good by Middleton.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Outside, George. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Lopez with the steal. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Impressive. You like the aggressive mindset. Holiday's not just floating on the perimeter.
Now here's Beverly. There's the pass to George to end the run, and it's George finishing it off.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. High post Lopez. Back to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. A shake, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got the lead up to 6 now for Milwaukee.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. A clear look here for Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Middleton's got 7 points here in this quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside for George. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Ibaka fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make.
And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Here's Kennard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Zubac kicks to Kennard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
With good size for a 2-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
46 seconds left in the third. To the left wing. Portis against Zubac. Portis, the pass to Moro. From 18 feet away. And the Bucks miss again. Clippers trail by 6. It's Jackson with the drive. Pass to Man. And here is Zubac. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. He dishes it to Jackson. Kennard for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Kennard's got 5.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Bucks lead by 3. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Kennard is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. The shot's good from Kennard.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
Teague with the ball. The pass to Connaughton. Here's Nwora. Pass to Connaughton. Over Kennard. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. Morris outside. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And here is Teague. Pass to Portis. Now Tucker. Outside Teague. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight, and he commits the intentional foul. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. And now the fast break, Middleton with the ball. And Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Passes it to Beverly. To take the lead. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he gets the bucket. Now it's a 4-point Bucks lead.
And just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
DiVincenzo against George. Kicks to Leonard. 3-pointer. Milwaukee with the rebound. And it's the Bucks on the break. Antetokounmpo running, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Holiday finds Middleton. Back to Holiday. Clock at 6. From downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
To the inside, Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Bucks leading by 5. 1:41 left in the 4th quarter. The wide open look here for Lopez. Off target from 3-point range. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Leonard kicks to George. The rebound by Holiday.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
And here's George for 3. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
He's been there before, played in big moments of big games. Ibaka coming through in the clutch.
56 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now here is Holiday. Middleton dishes to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here, and that one is good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out. You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Holiday, a three off the inbound. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 5. There's the pass to Holiday. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nobody near Leonard. That's good.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. And David.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Baca is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at point. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Griffin, and it's Irving in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Beverly. Right side George. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series. Finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Here's KD. That one, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. On pass to George, and George with the stuff.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Paul George with the steal. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And the wide open shot from Morris. They get it back. Shot's good by Ibaka.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Now here's Harden. Here's the three. Knocks down the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. George with no one around, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. It's stolen by Morris. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Harden. Back to Irving. To the paint. Is looking for Griffin and finds him. 6 to shoot. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. And here's George. 6 points for him. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Durant.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Morris. And that one hits back iron.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Here's Harden. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Harden's got 5 points so far.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Now here's Beverly. A 3 from Morris. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. And here they go. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Here's Beverly. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to George. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
Harden up top, defended by George. Stolen by George. Outside Leonard, the 3 ball. He's off on that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Kicks it out to Harden. Passes it to Harris. Back to Harden. Beverly against Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Durant the pass to Irving. From deep. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers leading by 3. Beverly wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Able to stretch the floor with that three-point shot. Beverly looking to capitalize from the perimeter as often as possible.
Now, here is Harden. For 3, Durant. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been... Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Luwawu in at small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets trail by 6. Here's Dinwiddie. Leonard with the steal. And here's George for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. An even 3-on-3 break. Pops it up for Jordan. Brown finds Jordan. Here's Dinwiddie. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Morris. Nobody near Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. The pass to Green. Here's Brown. Dinwiddie outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Brown. That 3 off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 6. The 3 from Leonard. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Oh, no. Just don't let him get his feet set. Leonard has become a deadeye on the catch-and-shoot opportunities.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Dinwiddie against Beverly. Dinwiddie dishes to Green. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Dishes to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. From deep 3-point range. Jordan with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. They kick it out to Green. Nets passing it around. Pass to Luwawu. Pops it up for Jordan. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
KD passes to Harden. Durant kicks to Harden. Bounce pass from Durant. Harden, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4. Batum finds Kennard. And 1:01 left in the second quarter. Harden against Jackson. There's the 3. Lets it fly. No good from Zubac. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Irving. From deep, Harden.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
Well, he's very smart about spotting up in transition, and no one rotated over to contest that one.
Harden against Jackson. It's Harden with the top. Oh, that was something else.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Jackson looking it over. That's a 2 from Kennard. The shot will not fall. The shot, no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Clippers ahead, leading by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 8 points, 2 steals, and that should do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ivica Zubac. Batum is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2-guard spot. Zubac the pass to Patterson. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Dinwiddie wide open. Johnson. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers in the lead. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Connects from 3-point range. Kennard's got 6.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Now Johnson. Left side, Jordan. Not going to go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless, the foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Kennard for 3. And it's KD with the rebound. And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. Trailing by 5. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan. Not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Kennard for 3. Zubac the pass to Kennard. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Irving kicks to Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Pass to Kennard.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Harden kicks to Irving. Durant in the corner. Outside Irving. For the lead. Harris passes to Harden. Lets the three fly. Stolen by Zubac. Left side Jackson. Outside Batum. Zubac finds Kennard. From outside the arc. Offensive rebound. The shot. No good. Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Harden gets the bucket.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
In the corner, Kennard with it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. On the wing, Harris. Harden outside. Outside Irving. Passes it to Harden. LA's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. From the high post. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. And Blake Griffin, once again, an opportunity to show us his bounce, a dangerous player when he skies up for the alley-oop.
We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's George. Rebounded by the Nets. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. A pull-up. Off the mark. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Brown. Luwawu is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Brown kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Dinwiddie with it. Guarded now by Morris. Back to Dinwiddie. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Back to Harden.
The three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Patterson passes to Kennard. Back to Patterson. Down low. Outside for Jackson. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Yeah, it's been years and years of coaches trying to figure out how you stop Kevin Durant. Just so long, so agile, and too good.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and All they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. His concern was both their inconsistency and their amount of three-point shots. He said, let's move the ball for good shots. If you have an open three, take it. Otherwise, let's attack the rim and put some pressure on these guys. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Well, an accurate three-point shooter, Paul George, can get it going from distance.
Harden against George. Harden with it. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. That gives them the lead. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
It's Harden with the drive. Outside Griffin. Misses off the left iron.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there. Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Harden surveying the D. They need this. The shot comes out. The Clippers go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. Harris on the double team. Inside. Good.
He's made himself into such a reliable scorer. Hard not to call Leonard's number as often as possible.
And here's Harden. Outside, KD. And again, it's the Nets missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Ibaka right side. A three from Leonard. And another three for the Clippers.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
It's Harden with the drive. Tries again. Durant kicks to Harden. On the wing, Harden. Paul George with the steal. Stolen by Durant. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
As crafty as they come, Harden uses that tremendous body control to his advantage.
29 seconds left in the game. Now, here is George. And Leonard has it in the corner. From outside, off the mark. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And KD throws it down.
Well, we've all seen it. The mobility, the wingspan of Durant. Seriously, how are you going to stop him on an alley-oop?
Here's Beverly. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their... All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our... Up next. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on Here Are the Starters for Los Angeles. We've got Marcus Morris, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. And it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. Beverly the pass to Leonard. Shoots over Powell, releases from the wing and drills it. Leonard's got his team on the board to start the game for the Clippers. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Powell, and it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Lillard to the paint, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Here's McCollum. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Outside, George. Off target with his 3. And now Portland on the break. Leonard with the steal. Beverly wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
And so here's Portland. Clippers able to drain the 3. Shot clock at 6. And Lillard gets it to go.
What strength from Lillard. Just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
And George kicks to Beverly. Pass to Morris. Nails the wide open jump shot.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Marcus Morris. Here's McCollum. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
George looking around. Back to Beverly. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 3. Stolen by George. Leonard with no one around. The offensive rebound. Stolen by McCollum. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Ever the opportunist, McCollum probing for a weakness, finds one and exploits it.
Beverly against Lillard. Ibaka outside. Tipped away. 5 on the clock from past the arc. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Beverly. Leonard's got 5 now.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
It's McCollum on the wing. Sinks the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Beverly. Back to George. The shot. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
You can see there's complete trust in Paul George and pick and rolls. Fantastic at taking advantage of the defense and the separation they give him.
Lillard against Beverly. Fires the 3. Lillard misses. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 3-point lead. Ibaka. And Ibaka is right there.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now, here's Lillard. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now George. 2 points. That one goes.
Well, the efficiency with the mid-range game, Paul George has always possessed.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we've got more NBA. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
We've got Hollis Jefferson. Anthony is out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Kanter kicks to Jones. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson, and stolen by Patterson. To the middle, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Well, you take all doubt out of the equation. Patterson throws it down with force.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Outside Jackson. The tray. Batum passes to Kennard. Back to Jackson. Lets it go from deep. Portland grabs the miss. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Hollis Jefferson's got his first basket.
Wow, solid decision-making from Rondé Hollis Jefferson. How about his ability to knife into the teeth of the defense? Tremendous speed.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. Kennard with the ball. Shot from 16. And Cantor pulls it down.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And another turnover here by Portland.
Indoors with Rondé Hollis Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good from long range. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Simons surveying the D. There's the foul. It's on Patrick Patterson. That's his first foul. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Lillard against Jackson. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
Outside Jackson. Kennard for 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. To the inside, McCollum, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And the pass to Kennard. Left side, Batum. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Back to Lillard. 6 to shoot. And no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Kennard with the ball. Now Covington defending. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Outside Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Down low. Baca against Nurkic. 8 feet away. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Ibaka. And now a 9-point Clipper lead.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We come back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very... The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers? That's all for now.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Ibaka is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Here's McCollum. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Leonard kicks to Beverly. Covington against Morris. Back to Beverly. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's George missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Pass to Powell. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Nobody near Lillard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ibaka, the pass to Morris. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Morris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Buries the long-range jumper.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Knocked loose. Covington with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Powell. And it's sent back by Leonard. And they'll keep possession. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Second chance shot. And he hits the jump shot. Now just a 4-point Clipper lead.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Morris inside. Defended by Covington. George against Covington. Stolen by McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by George.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Morris finds George. Back to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
And they go to the intentional foul. There's 45 seconds left in the third. Anthony, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Here's Cantor, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Los Angeles leading by 6. Outside Jackson. Kennard with the ball. Hollis Jefferson's there. Zubac kicks to Patterson. Clippers moving the ball around. And the basket is good. And the Clippers lead by 8.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 8-point lead heading in. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Back to Kennard. The three gets hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Zubac finds Jackson. Back to Zubac. Kennard on the wing. A steal. Lets it go. A nice shot by Simons. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now here's Jackson. Kennard on the wing. Zubac's in the post. He's against Kanter. Shot clock at 3. Shot's good by Kennard.
Just deadly from mid-range. He's got such a great feel for that shot.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Kanter, the pass to Jones. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot, and that one drops for him.
Well, that's the catch-and-shoot ability of Enes Kanter. Always gets himself squared.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Fires the 3. And the Clippers miss again.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
It's stolen by Morris. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Here's the three. Offensive rebound.
Well, at a healthy 235, Marcus Morris is pretty good at throwing his weight around, especially on the glass.
Lillard against Beverly. And it's McCollum in the corner. It's stolen by Ibaka. Powell against Leonard. Morris kicks to Leonard. And here's George. Back to Leonard. The fadeaway. Just 2 to shoot. The shot's good. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lillard against Beverly. From deep three-point range, here's Nurkic. And another shot. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum against George. They double-team McCollum. Stolen by George. 1:10 left in the fourth. And it's Beverly missing. Trailblazers trail by 9. Powell finds McCollum. A three-pointer, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Covington with the steal. To the paint, here's Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
Now George dishes it to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. George with no one around. And the Clippers miss again. And here are the Trailblazers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Lillard. Over George. And it's sent back by Morris.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots.
All right, David, great. Let's get ready for some NBA betting. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Kawhi Leonard is out there with more. And it's Ibaka, and it's George in at the 2. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here is Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches are doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Here's Holiday after the basket by Los Angeles. DiVincenzo against George. To the middle. And the dunk by Giannis.
It's not easy to guard Middleton in pick and roll sets because he can beat you in a lot of ways. I mean, give him space, he'll pull it up. Stay up on him, and he'll thread the needle with the pass.
Now, here is George. And there's the pass to Ibaka. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. Passes it to Giannis. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Middleton can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
And the Bucks with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. The drive by Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Lopez. Over Ibaka. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort. Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly feeling it.
Not a fast start for the Bucks. 4-point game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. George with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And the Bucks miss again. Here now the Clippers. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. The three-pointer off the mark. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Leonard and finished off by Leonard.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. That one misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. The deep three from George. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Bucks trail by 8. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. In the corner, Middleton with it.
Yeah, love the job they've done here to protect the paint.
I like the way they've kept them shooting jump shots. No coincidence to find them in the lead.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Now Leonard. This one for 3. That shot misses. The Bucks go the other way with it. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 14-2 run here. DiVincenzo finds Lopez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Jackson looking it over. From downtown.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific defender is his long arms. I mean, he excels at using them no matter who he's defending.
And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers ahead. Up.
Definitely the game will slow down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum, and it's Patterson in at the 4-man position. Pass to Kennard. Throws it up high, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleepy.
Here's Connaughton. Patrick Patterson picking up that last bucket. Clock at 6. Connaughton passes to Fortis. And the rejection by Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Now, here's Teague. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Norrell. Here's Portis. And Portis throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Here's Beverly. Now the pass to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Connaughton passes to Norrell. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Clippers leading by 8. Here's Kennard. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now, here's Tucker. The dish now to T. Back to Tucker. Here's Nora. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Passes to Zubac. Back to Beverly. There's the feed to Patterson. Zubac against Portis. Zubac no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Portis. Pass to Nora. Fires from deep. Batum grabs the miss.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's T. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Tucker. Outside Teague.
And, you know, these are the kind of shots, guys, that Teague makes consistently. If the defense is laying off of him, he'll make them pay.
And here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Let's go. Rebounded by the Bucks. 55 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Connaughton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. For Milwaukee, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the first one at the line is good. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And so he makes both from the line. 51 seconds left to play here in the half. Holiday against Jackson. He kicks it to Ibaka. Leonard against Middleton. Nice move. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday dishes to Middleton. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill. a lot for the defense to try to contend with.
Here's George. Lopez with the block. And that concludes the first half. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a nice 7-point lead. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Now here's Giannis. From the baseline. Unable to get that one. Leonard inside. Defended by Middleton. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Kept alive. Outside for George. Another shot. Offensive rebound.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
George passes to Morris. Outside for George. Now here's Leonard. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Jackson. Shot clock at 5. From the arc.
And after shooting over 50% from the field in that first half, they're having a little bit of a struggle here in the second.
Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Holiday's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Milwaukee.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Now here is George. He has 5, and the layup's good off the glass. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Giannis. Fires the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Middleton outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Something's brewing, guys. The 3-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV side. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about. Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
Now, here's George. Lopez with the steal. The shot by Middleton. Wide open. No good. That would have tied it.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Here's Holiday following the score by Reggie Jackson. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Holiday. One-on-one fast break. Oh, that was a strong. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of three. Los Angeles on top, up 3. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Luke Kennard. Patrick Patterson is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly, and it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Beverly with the ball. Passes it to Patterson, and here's Kennard. Pass to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard finds Zubac. Back to Kennard. Takes a 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Patterson passes to Beverly. Now, here's Kennard. He's tightly guarded.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Connaughton. Batum with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. It's rebounded by T. Bucks trail by 3. Here's Nora. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Puts up a three. Drills it from outside. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Out to the right wing. Inside. And stolen by Patterson. Teague against Kennard. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Yep, that one goes. Now it's a 6-point Clipper lead. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Now here's Jackson. He feeds it to Morris. Over Holiday, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson.
Yeah, this is where Morris can kill you. He's pretty much claimed that in-between game.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. For 3, Middleton. It's hauled in by the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Out to Morris. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Fast break, Milwaukee. Lopez passes to Holiday. And the 3 off target.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Out to Ibaka. He dishes it to George. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Clippers lead by 9.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
And here is Los Angeles now. And here's George. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And Giannis throws it down.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
Now, here is George. Now, here's Jackson. For the 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the pass to Lopez. Middleton for 3. 3-pointer. Knocks down the 3.
Patience is a virtue. And Chris Middleton, virtuous.
Here's George. Yes!
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
You know, he should know better. A pass like that is going to wind up as a turnover more often than not.
Leonard, that's for 2. And that one drops.
Pick works well there. Not much.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for